Hi everyone, this is Jeb with Booze and Boards and Mickey and Jeb. I have finished up Castle Ravenloft, Dungeons and Dragons, and before I go over to Wrath of Ashardalon, I wanted to play a quick game of Super Dungeon Explorer. And so, there it is, Super Dungeon Explorer. I'm not sure if you guys have played it before. If not, you should watch the videos that I do for this, or go find others, but since you're already here, watch these and see if you like it. I was going to play a playthrough of the first level, I guess a little history of the game. It came out a few years ago, and it was a one versus many game. One person controlled all the bad guys, and every other person controlled a hero, and they would fight against the bad guy, and it was a dungeon crawl with the bad guys versus the good guys and see who would win. So the game came out, the first batch or level or whatever had dragon as the boss, and then the second level was like a rock monster, and the third level was a vampire, and then the fourth level just came out in the Kickstarter, Forgotten King. I don't even know what that guy is, how to describe him, but the boss is the Forgotten King. But anyway, when it originally came out, it was one person had bad guys and everybody else had good guys. But when Forgotten King came out with the Kickstarter, they introduced this arcade mode. Nobody controlled the bad guy. It was a game mechanic itself. So there's a deck of cards that controls how the bad guys move, and you have to follow the rules on how to move them and stuff like that, but no person has to be the bad guy. So I wanted to play this game. I haven't tried it. I've done one little quick run through just to try to get a good feel of the rules, but I haven't really played it, so I wanted to play it and record it and hopefully see if you guys like it. Let's see, I guess if you guys haven't played it before, I'm going to say it's a dungeon crawl game. As you can see, there's the tile with the spaces, and there's monsters, and here's some heroes down here. That's where they're starting, and there's spawn points. So this is kind of like equivalent to an old video game where there's monsters spawning, and you kill them, and they keep spawning, and you kill them, you kill the spawn points, and once you kill the spawn points, the mini-boss or boss appears. So they turned that into a board game. So in this, there are the heroes, who I will be. There's the Paladin, the Barbarian, and Candy and Cola is a promo figure that was given out a while ago. I think I got mine off of eBay, but whatever. I randomly drew these because I didn't know who to pick to play, but that's who I got, so that's who I'm going to play for this playthrough. I picked the dragon as the boss for this. The mini bosses that I chose, I had to choose two of them. One is Rex from the originals, and one is, what's his name? The Herald of Volcanus. He was kind of like a promo character as well. So I just threw him in for a little variety. So the way arcade mode works is it will go, the heroes will have a turn, then the console has a turn, and it just alternates back and forth until the game's over. The main points are when the heroes kill monsters at the end of their turn, they're able to draw loot cards. So, for instance, here is the Paladin's card. You have his name, movement, number of actions he can do, his attack, defense, stats like that. His life is there. That's how many potions he can carry, and these are special abilities he can do. So, when heroes kill monsters, they can draw loot cards, which, let me get this one, say he got the Dwarven Helm. So what kind of makes this game unique is in the top, like on the outer sides of it, there's a red, green, blue, and yellow dots. So this piece of loot is red, so you would attach it up top and it gives him an effect. So say I also got a blue one, I could attach it to the bottom and he gets more effects. So heroes just kind of keep getting loot and getting stronger. There is a treasure deck, which gives you even better cards. This game introduces the arcade deck, which is a bunch of small cards that tell what the monsters do on their turn. So there's like spawn, moves, fight, recovery, all that kinds of stuff. And this deck is, what's the name of it? It's kind of like, I don't want to say it's the environment deck. So this is the explore deck. And this happens when heroes explore on tiles or move on to new tiles. Stuff like traps or other things happen. You just draw a card and resolve the effect. So, what else is there to talk about? I don't want to go too in depth because we might do this as an actual episode, but it's pretty much a dungeon crawl. You move on your spaces, you attack monsters, you kill them. I think for arcade mode, when you kill a spawn point, a mini boss will spawn. This one has 3 spawn points because it's a 3 hero game. I'm not showing the whole board because it's kind of large, but there's 3 spawn points. The first 2 spawn points, when they're destroyed, will spawn mini bosses, and then the last one, when that one's destroyed, the final boss will spawn. So my goal as the good guys is to kill everything and win the game. The game is trying to beat me. As I go through this game, I will explain some things. I won't go super in depth because, like I said, we might do this later. If not, I'll try to explain more in the next time I play these. I hope to do each level. This pretty much goes by how much I've got painted. And I painted levels 1 and 2, and I'm almost done with level 3. So, I should shut up now, but there's one other thing that's kind of unique to this game, is the dice. So when you're rolling for attacking and defending, you roll these dice, and they have stars and blanks and more stars, and where is it? Special things like potions and hearts. So when you roll them, you compare the number of stars that you roll for your attack or defense against their defense or attack. And if the attack is higher than the defense, then the attack goes through and you deal 1 wound. So it's not like you do tons of damage each turn. There is an attack that will do 2 damage, but that's probably the most that I've seen. There's a variety of attacks, special attacks that you can do. Won't go into it, like I said. There's status effects, potions that are offensive, defensive, supportive, emergencies. No, not defensive. Other than that, I will go ahead and start playing the game. And if you have questions, leave any comments, ask them, tell me if I'm doing stuff wrong, and I will begin soon. Alright, so before I begin, the booze I am drinking this time is Shipyard, a pumpkin beer. It's fall, so I usually like to get a pumpkin beer in at some point. They're pretty good. If you take a glass and put water around the rim and dip it in cinnamon sugar and then pour the pumpkin beer in, it's really good. It's like pumpkin pie. So anyway, off course. I have everything set up. There's a spawning point here, and over here you can't see it. There's some bad guys around here. There's a treasure chest. This is the starting point, and I'm going to have all the heroes right there. I think you can see it. There's the hero cards over here. There's the Paladin is the low one. Candy is in the middle, and the Barbarian is on the top. And they each start with 1 potion that they can use. So, to begin, it starts with the heroes. So, I get to choose 2 heroes per turn to move. I guess one thing I need to explain is that there are these things called wrath tokens that they introduced in this new one. You can see it. There are certain conditions like killing a monster or opening a treasure chest or killing a spawning point that would put wrath tokens on the heroes, and that kind of determines for the AI of the game which hero to attack. So whoever has the most wrath is who the monsters are going to go after. And there is 5 wrath tokens for a 3 hero game. So I've got those set aside. I'll stop talking and I will begin playing. So for the 2 heroes that I'm going to activate, I'm going to start with the Paladin. So his movement is 6 and he's got 3 actions. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, maybe not him. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ouch, I was not smart this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'm going to, for the Paladin, I'm just going to use, I can give up all my actions to move twice my movement. I believe that is a thing. Yeah, it's called run. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. And that's all he can do. So I'm going to have him get near the treasure chest, just because right now there's no way he can attack anything. He's got no range stuff. So next is going to be, let's see, Barbarian can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ouch. I kind of placed the bad guys in such a way that it screws me over, but I guess that's kind of the point of the game. So Barbarian will go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then she is going to use, they've added some special basic actions everybody can take, and she is going to, what is this thing called? It's a new thing. It's called Explore. I will draw one Explore card and apply its effects immediately. The party can only perform the Explore action one time in each tile per game. So I am going to Explore. So there's the top card of the Explore deck, and it is Turbo Button. While in this tile, a hero gains +1 action, +1 movement. Well, let's see. That kind of changes things, because the Explore costs how much to do? 2 actions. She moved 4, so she can go 1, 2. Nope, still out of reach. So I guess she's just going to stop there, which is kind of unfortunate for my first turn. All right, so the hero's turn. First and second heroes activate. Now I resolve power up, which really only matters when I destroy stuff, destroy stuff. I can equip things when mini bosses are destroyed. Monsters gain stuff, and the boss will spawn if that condition happens, but it didn't. So now it goes to the console's turn, which is the bad guys. So the beginning of the console turn, monster activation, determine the disturbed monsters. So the way that works is the disturbed monsters are the monsters on this tile and on the tile that has the doorway connected to it. So just these first 2 tiles are the monsters that are disturbed. Order of activation, I believe it is the bigger monsters. It goes creep first, then the boss, mini boss, elite, minion. So I've got cards over here that tell me what's what. There are no bosses or mini bosses or creeps, so nothing there. The first people that will activate are elites, and then the minions. So what's kind of different in this game for arcade mode is that elites will move and attack and do all that stuff. Or I guess, yeah, they'll do all that stuff. They're kind of the leader of these packs. So for example, here is a card that is the Scale Wall Gang, and the leader is the Iron Scale, and the followers are the Knuckleheads and Gougers. So the followers don't really attack at all. They're just there for support. What they're used for is if a group is formed, then that leader he gets stronger bonuses and extra effects that he pretty much gets stronger. And then if he ever takes a damage, if there are followers nearby, he puts the damage on them instead of himself. So I kind of got to get rid of the small dudes. So anyway, determine that order of activation. Now I perform the upkeep. That's when special conditions and stuff happens. There's none there. I draw a command card. So the command card are these tiny cards that are arcade cards, and it says Rush. Move 2 and fight 1. So that's not good at all. So I now perform the commands. Alright, move. Determine the monster's target. It's the hero with the most wrath, and there is no hero with any wrath. Nobody has wrath. Minions move towards the nearest elite that is part of their gang if there is no such elite on the dungeon map. So I'm assuming they're not going to go after... They have to go after someone. So I'm going to assume they're going after him since he's kind of the closest. So it's going to be move 2, so the elites are This Iron Scale, he's the big dude. Who else? The Flingers are elites. And then over here, these dragons, I'm not sure if you can see them. The dragon wormlings are the elites there. So the elites will move their speed. So the Iron Scale speed is 6. So he can go 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's there. He doesn't need to move more. These guys go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Over here, how far can they go? Wormlings can go 5, so they will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, because they got to double move. This guy's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh boy, the Paladin's in a lot of trouble. Now the followers are going to move. So this guy's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these two with this guy forms a gang. The two Flingers together form a gang. And then now the Whelps and Hatchlings will move. They get to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so everybody has crowded around him. And then they're going to fight him. The way fighting works is order of activations. So it's only going to be the elites fighting him. The target is going to be him, the Paladin. I check for gangs, and I believe everybody is in a gang. The way a gang works is if the minions are within 2 spaces of the elite, it counts as a gang. If they perform, or if they have signature attacks, they don't perform basic attack. The monster makes a basic attack. So let's see. Alright, so it's just pretty much attacking the Paladin. So the Paladin's defense, or his armor, is 2 blues and a red. 2 blue dice and a red die. So let's do this in order. The Iron Scale, he gets to attack twice because there's a gang, and his attack is a strength 3. And he has Mob, Bruiser, and Reach. Bruiser gives him +1 strength if a model with Bruiser is in the gang, which it is, so he's got +1 strength. When a gang with Mob numbers more than 3 models, he gains +1 strength. When a gang with Mob, yep, so there's 3 in that gang. So he's a 5 strength, attacking twice. So the first, the monsters in arcade mode all have static attack numbers, so they don't roll dice. I'm just rolling dice for the heroes. So it's going to be a 5 against him. And I got no stars for my defense. So I'm taking a damage. So he got some damage there. And then it'll attack again. Ouch, that was close. It was a 4. Not enough to stop it though, so he takes another damage. Alright, the Flingers, these two guys are going to do their stuff. So, they are just going to attack him with strength. Ooh, they're mob. So, when a gang with mob numbers 3 models, their gang only has 2 models, so they don't get the addition for strength. So, they only attack with 3. And they each attack him once. So, first attack, it's a hit. Second attack, it's a hit. Alright, this is really bad. The Paladin only has 5 life, and he is down to 1 heart left. So before the other guys are going to attack, I'm going to use the Paladin's emergency potion, which I take the potion off of him, and it says heal 3, so he heals 3 hearts off of him. So he's trying to stay alive. Next is the Wormlings. Each of them have two actions. They've got Bruiser, Knockdown, and Pile On. Bruiser +1 strength if a model with Bruiser is in the gang. Alright, so they're +1 strength. If they hit me, he catches fire, knockdown. They can knock him down. If he's knocked down, then they get +1 strength. So let's have the blue guy attack him first for 4. So 3. So I'm taking a damage. I'm catching fire and I'm getting knocked down. All of this. That's not good. Second guy's going to attack for 5. And I take a damage. The other things are already on there, so it won't stack. Next guy's attacking. Take a damage. And the last guy, or the last attack from that guy, I don't think I can stop anything. So I'm going to die if this hits. 4, so I do die. Alright, how eventful. He got mobbed at the very beginning and died. So the Paladin is off the board for now. There is ways to bring him back, but this might get really ugly really fast. So, alright. I am going to activate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll put her there. Oh, but all heroes get +1 movement, so when I activate Candy first, she'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So she's adjacent to the spawn point. One thing I didn't mention are these tiles with yellow squares, outlines, whatever. They are lava tiles. In the old game, they were rough terrain, which meant you had to pay 2 to move into them, and they would catch you on fire. Since these are old tiles, I don't think they're covered with the Forgotten King stuff, the new stuff, so I'm just kind of winging it with that stuff, so I'll assume that's what they do. So anyway, she is going to attack that spawn point. The spawn point has 3 lives, or 3 hearts, and 1 armor. So she just has to get 2 stars to kill it. So her strength is... Oh. She can actually do a ranged attack. Because she has that on her card. I don't know if you guys can see it, but on here, there is a little sword here next to strength, which means she can make a melee attack. And then down here, there's like a little wand thing next to will, which I'm pretty sure means she can do a ranged attack using that. I'm going to double check that. Yes, it is make a magic attack if it has that symbol, so she can make a magic attack. So she's going to roll 2 reds against that thing. So she got 2 damage, or 2 hearts, so it does 1 damage to the model. Then roll again for the second. 2, so that's another damage. Attack it again. 2. So she destroys it. And when it is destroyed, it drops a princess coin. Which I will explain. Alright, princess coins may be spent during the hero's upkeep to bring back a hero that's been dead. Or been killed. It removes all wounds and status tokens on it, and they start at the beginning of the map, I believe. Choose a hero. Yeah, I just assume they start back at the beginning, so her last action, since she has an extra one, because the turbo button, will let her pick that princess coin up and put it in the backpack, which we'll be able to use later. So that's going to end her activation. Now it is going, I think he was here, it's going to be the Barbarian's turn. So she's got to clear out the way. So she is going to do I want to rage? I think I want to rage. So she can rage to spend 3 of her actions to do an attack every time she moves, and then then her armor gets reduced to 1 blue until her next activation. And may not be increased by equipment. Ouch, that's even worse. So she's got 2 red for her strength. So I'm going to rage. So first movement, she'll attack that guy. 1 and a potion. Knucklehead, his armor is 1, so unfortunately that doesn't hurt him. So she'll move again, her second movement, and attack him. 3 and a potion. That will kill him. So he dies. And the potion, when you do a successful attack and you roll a potion or a heart, the heart means you can remove a heart from someone, and then the potion means you can give a potion to someone. So I will give the potion to Candy, which I already forgot her ability, which I guess I'll do after I resolve this. So that was her second movement. Third is going to be here. So that's 2 damage, or 1 damage and a heart. Or 2 stars and a heart, and that guy's defense is a 0, so he dies. And the potion is going to go to Candy again. And so now I don't need to do Candy's ability. It is, when she activates, she can roll a blue die, I believe, and gain a number of potions equal to the number of stars she rolled. And that's only at the beginning of her turn, which I forgot to do, but it doesn't matter now because the Barbarian filled her up. So that was my third movement. Fourth is going to be there and attack the Iron Scale. And the Iron Scale has 2 armor and 2 life. So that misses. So I think that was my fourth. So fifth will be here to attack a Flinger. He has 1 armor. So that's going to kill him. So that was my 5th movement. 6th will be to move here and attack the Flinger. So 3 damage, and that's a kill. So what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. And then I have 1 more movement, so 7 is going to go here and attack. Who do I want to attack? Yeah, I'll attack the hatchlings, these little guys here. They have 1 armor and 2 life. So that's a damage to them. And then, because I have an extra action, I can do 1 more attack. So I'm going to attack the hatchlings again. And that's going to kill them. So they are off the board. So she killed 5 monsters. I've activated the 2 heroes, so now it is power-up time. Power-up says, draw loot and treasure cards, blah 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 blah. I draw 1 treasure card for every elite or minion I kill, a maximum of 3. So the three cards I got are a Dirty Penny, Elvish Rapier, and Wizard Wand. So it increases armor and immune to Bane. This increases Dex, and that increases Will. So I think I want to put the Will increasing on Candy because she can attack from afar. And the armor, I think I want to put on the Berserker. And I guess the Dex will just go on the Paladin. There, I guess I can't put it on the Paladin. I'll put it on Barbarian for now. Alright, so that's during the power-up. And also during the power-up, I got a couple more things I have to do. So I can, a player must place 1 mini-boss for each spawning point that was destroyed during the turn. So I am spawning the, what's his name? Herald of Volcanus. That's what he looks like. I kind of painted him after Goz and Mez from Dragon Ball Z, if you've seen that. So he spawns, which is really bad because he's right next to Candy. Oh, and I forgot the Wrath. So Candy killed the spawn point, so that would give her 2 Wrath. And then Barbarian killed 5 people, so she gains the other 3 Wrath. And then for the 4th and 5th, she actually takes the Wrath from Candy. So she is at maximum Wrath right now. And then the final thing I can do is, I believe, spend my Princess Coin. Oh, so it's during the upkeep, which is when that hero activates. So we got the princess coin on her turn, so when Barbarian began, she had the upkeep. So that's when I'm going to spend the princess coin to bring back the Paladin. So he's back in the dungeon. So it is going to be, I think that's it for the heroes, and it's now going to be the console's turn.